Hello, and welcome to Starry Storytime, a gentle, soothing space where evening stories and soft whispers guide you into a peaceful night's rest. Tonight, we're offering another relaxing tale designed to help ease your mind and lead you toward a comforting slumber. Before we begin, let's take a moment to prepare our bodies and minds for deep rest. Find a comfortable position, and with each slow inhale and soft exhale, let any worries from the day quietly slip away. It can be challenging to step away from the day's hustle, especially when it's time to sleep. Yet remember, the less we worry about falling asleep, the easier it becomes for our minds to let go of lingering tension. Allow the gentle rhythm of your breath to wash away any remaining concerns, and let tonight's story guide you into serenity. Now, settle in and let the soothing aura of Starry Storytime surround you. May you enjoy this story and drift into a tranquil, restorative night's sleep. Imagine the most resplendent shore your mind can conjure, a sweep of sand like powdered pearl beneath a sky of palest azure. You are seated there, the grains cool and soft against your skin, gazing out upon an ocean dyed the clearest turquoise. Sunlight, warm and liquid gold, spills across the world, kissing your face, your arms. A delicate breeze, borne somewhere over the water, drifts inland, tempering the day to perfect comfort. The sea sighs against the shore, a rhythmic, hushing cadence, wavelets collapsing onto the white expanse. Peace settles deep within you, profound and still, watching the water's gentle heave and fall. You might even find your breath aligning with the ocean's pulse, inhaling as the waves gather, exhaling as they recede. A quiet tide rising and falling within your own chest. For a heartbeat, you let your eyelids drift closed. The breeze becomes a silken touch across your face. The ocean's voice deepens, clearer now, each successive wave whispering a deeper tranquility than the last. Soon, a profound calm mirrors the vast, untroubled sea. When you open your eyes again, a subtle shift has occurred. The turquoise water still glimmers ahead, sunlight shattering across its surface. The same pearlescent sand still cradles your feet. Yet turning your gaze aside reveals the unexpected. Beside you, lounging as if soaking up the sun, sits a magnificent elephant. His hide the color of storm clouds brushed with silver, catching the light. His legs are sprawled comfortably across the sand. You've encountered elephants in managed enclosures, distant and observed, but never one this close, radiating such quiet amiability. He possesses the grace of youth, noticeably smaller than the giants of memory. Tiny, nascent tusks gleam beside the base of his trunk, marking him as beyond infancy. A scattering of coarse, chestnut-hued hair tufts atop his head, stirred by the same breeze that ruffles the colossal, fan-like ears framing his face. Ears that unmistakably declare his African lineage. The elephant regards you, his eyes holding an ancient kindness. Then, astonishingly, his mouth moves and he speaks. His name, he imparts, is Kalen, and he is to be your guide for the day. Though merely 10 years of age, his entire existence has unfolded in the splendor of East Africa. It would be his honor, he explains in a voice as soothing as the ocean's murmur, to show you his cherished homeland, the nation of Tanzania. There is boundless beauty to witness, from Kilimanjaro's cloud-piercing summit to the breathtaking wildlife teeming within its national parks. And naturally, shores like this one. The encounter feels dreamlike, magical, yet his tone resonates with such genuine affection for his land that you trust him implicitly. When he inquires if you'd care to ride upon his back, you ascend without a flicker of doubt, and thus your grand African sojourn commences, right there on the sand's edge. Kalen's gait is measured, deliberate, his broad back an unexpectedly comfortable perch. He ambles towards the ocean, choosing to tread through the shallows, the water splashing musically against his sturdy legs as he carries you along the coastline. Elevated upon his back, you remain perfectly dry, a passenger aboard a living vessel navigating the gentle surf. This, Kalen clarifies, is the Indian Ocean, the world's third largest expanse of water. From this vantage point, its magnificence unfolds further. You observe the shifting palette of the water, transitioning from brilliant, sunlit turquoise near the shore to a profound peacock blue in the deeper reaches. Far out, the silhouettes of small boats bob, their wooden hulls barely cresting the waves, white triangular sails catching the breeze like resting gulls. Sailing those distant waters must hold its own quietude, yet being here, carried along the shore, feels utterly sublime. The beach stretches ahead for miles, its sand fine as milled sugar, punctuated by elegant palm trees. Their slender, unbranched trunks rise to culminate in lush crowns of fanned green leaves. They lean at whimsical angles, swaying gently, as if they too are luxuriating in the sunlit ease. Nestled amongst and behind these trees stand structures of varying forms. Charming lodges, painted a dazzling white, offer repose for beach-bound travelers, their sun-drenched patios adorned with loungers. Wooden chalets, elevated on stilts, stand open for commerce, their bamboo shutters rolled up to welcome the day. You drift past compact markets and eateries, surf huts and snack counters. People populate this idyllic scene, moving through their hours. Some attend to shops and restaurants, serving patrons. Others recline on patios, lost in leisure. Yet whether engaged in work or repose, a shared, unhurried rhythm unites them, mirrored in the easy smiles they wear. Kalen, it seems, is not alone in his deep fondness for this African haven. The salty tang of the ocean air envelops you as you ride. Progressing along the shore, new delectable scents begin to weave into the breeze. Kalen perceives them too, his trunk lifting, questing hungrily. The local market, he explains, their next destination. With a subtle shift in direction, he guides you from the water's edge onto the dry, warm sand. Faintly at first, then growing clearer, comes the sound of live music, the warm strumming of guitars, entwined with soulful male voices. The melody possesses a slow, rhythmic pulse that perfectly complements the tranquil surroundings. It swells, mingling with the cheerful hum of conversation, until the market itself materializes. A vibrant line of stalls, sheltered beneath a long, continuous canvas awning. Much like the people encountered earlier, everyone here exudes relaxation and contentment. Vendors behind their stalls share laughter and banter, While showcasing their goods, customers meander between the displays, their steps unconsciously falling into time with the music's gentle beat. Some pause, inspecting wares, perhaps engaging in light-hearted negotiation. Others seem content merely to drift, savoring snacks or sipping cool drinks. While several stalls offer food and beverages, Kalen has a particular one in mind he believes you'll appreciate. He proceeds down the central aisle, navigating the space between two facing rows of tables. You reflect on his fortunate youthfulness. A fully grown bull might find the canvas roof a tighter fit. Even so, Kalen towers over the surrounding people. It's almost uncanny how effortlessly he moves through the throng, how little overt attention he draws. Aside from the occasional friendly nod or conspiratorial wink, space seems to naturally open around him, as if an invisible boundary accompanies your passage. Kalen halts before a table where a woman with a radiant smile presides over a large, round pan. She wears a traditional dress, vibrant with hues of canary yellow and deep ocean blue, patterned with the silhouettes of giraffes striding contentedly across a stylized landscape. Wooden bracelets clink softly on her arm as she stirs the pan's contents, releasing a delicious aroma from the sizzling, golden oil within. Her face lights up at the sight of Kalen. She greets him with the warmth reserved for an old friend, patting his flank affectionately as he explains your Tanzanian exploration. Zola is her name, you learn, and the food she prepares is cassava. Superior to mere potato chips, she declares them the finest snacks available. And because you arrive as Kalen's companion, your portion is offered freely. Zola deftly spoons a serving of the crisp cassava chips into a simple paper cone, adding a generous swirl of your preferred sauce. You hold the cone close, inhaling the savory steam as the chips cool slightly. The first bite confirms their excellence, akin to potato chips, yet possessing a lighter texture, a satisfying chewiness. They carry the earthiness of a root vegetable, intertwined with an unexpected, subtle sweetness. While you savor your treat, Kalen indulges too, selecting bananas one by one from a large bunch placed conveniently on the table. His trunk curls deftly around each fruit, delivering it to his mouth with appreciative, rumbling sounds. All too soon, both the delectable cassava and the bunch of bananas vanish. You both express your gratitude to Zola, who invites you to return whenever you please, before continuing your market stroll. The market unfolds in a tapestry of variety. No two stalls offer precisely the same merchandise. The array is comprehensive, from foodstuffs and handcrafted furniture to hats and intricate jewelry. You could acquire immense, round cushions bursting with every imaginable color and pattern, or perhaps a life-sized wooden zebra, carved and painted with astonishing realism. Canvas sacks overflow with dried beans awaiting scooping. Vibrant oil paintings capture the local light and color. One stall, in particular, overflows with fabrics piled high, a riot of textures and shades destined for bespoke clothing. You even spot the very yellow and blue giraffe print adorning Zola's elegant dress. Perhaps she sourced her material right here before transforming it with skilled hands. Kaelin pauses once more, this time beside a drink stall where a chalkboard announces freshly squeezed sugarcane juice. The proprietor, much like Zola, greets Kaelin with evident delight, ruffling the bristly hair atop his head gently, before turning to you with a wide, welcoming smile. His name is Jabari. Upon hearing you are a guest in his country and a friend to Kaelin, he insists on providing a complimentary drink. He selects a stalk of raw golden sugarcane, resembling bamboo, but thicker, more substantial, and feeds it between two rotating metal rollers, turning a hand crank. The cane emerges flattened on the other side, its sweet, syrupy essence dripping down a metal channel. This liquid nectar is then filtered through a sieve and combined with freshly grated ginger and tangy lime juice. Jabari grins, stirring in crushed ice, assuring you with absolute confidence that this is the most refreshing drink imaginable. He secures a lid, inserts a straw, and presents the cup to you. The cup feels cool against your palm, the liquid within a pale, inviting lime gold. The drink itself is a revelation, bright, zesty, and wonderfully sweet, the pure taste of sugarcane shining through. Kaelin, it seems, shares your appreciation, though his preference leans towards the fibrous cane itself. Jabari offers him a basket filled with the pressed golden stalks, adding a few uncrushed pieces for good measure. Kaelin methodically curls his trunk around each piece, conveying it to his mouth to chew with contented deliberation. This juice stall happens to be situated adjacent to the source of the enchanting music you heard earlier. A local band is performing, allowing you to sip your drink and absorb the melodies. One man, seated between two others, coaxes gentle notes from his guitar. His voice rises in song, beautiful, soulful tunes that elicit an involuntary smile. His bandmates join in, their harmonies blending seamlessly. Positioned in a natural alcove between stalls, the musicians stand on the sand, their gaze directed towards the ocean, as if serenading the waves themselves. Kaelin murmurs that the song speaks of the wisdom in moving slowly through life. He shares a local saying, Matu mwenye haraka hukosa, mambo matamu. A hasty person misses the sweetest things. With unhurried grace, he returns his attention to the basket of sugarcane, while you continue to savor the sweet, cool perfection of your juice. Neither of you feels any urgency to be elsewhere, content simply to exist within this exquisite moment. When the basket is empty and your cup drained, you offer sincere thanks to Jabari and bid him farewell. It is time, Kaelin indicates, to leave the market's vibrant embrace. Refreshed by food and drink, he is ready to reveal more of his extraordinary country. Together, you depart, Kaelin carrying you onward at his comfortable, easy stride, allowing you to relax and observe the shifting panorama. Beneath the elephant's broad feet, sand gives way to pavement. Roads appear, traversed by cars, buses, and bicycles. Buildings of diverse scale and style rise around you. Venerable stone schools, long terraces of shops, and towering skyscrapers of glass and steel that spear the sky. You are passing through Dar es Salaam, Kaelin informs you. Once a humble fishing village, it has blossomed into a dynamic, bustling metropolis, now Tanzania's largest city, home to over 6 million souls. Yet, strangely, it doesn't feel crowded. It's as if you and Kaelin move through a private version of the city, his leisurely pace deceptive, covering significant ground with each enormous stride. Before long, the urban landscape recedes, replaced by rolling grasslands stretching northward. Every conceivable shade of green paints the hills and plains, adorning the scattered trees, shrubs, and bushes. Kaelin follows a path well worn by countless hooves and paws, visible as an orangey-brown ribbon winding through the verdure. The city's hum fades, replaced by a constant, gentle chorus of birdsong. Some are true songbirds, sharing intricate, lovely melodies that echo the soulful singers of the market band. You are traversing a field bathed in golden light when a colossal mountain looms into view ahead. Instantly, recognition dawns even before Kaelin speaks its name. Mount Kilimanjaro, the sovereign peak of Africa. On this clear, sun-drenched day, its presence is undeniable, a majestic guardian watching over the land. From this distance, its summit appears flattened, dusted with brilliant white snow. Kaelin refers to it fondly as the roof of Africa. Standing nearly 19,000 feet tall, it is not merely a mountain, but a dormant volcano slumbering beneath its icy crown. People journey from every corner of the globe to ascend its slopes, but they are not the only ones drawn to its embrace. The Chaga people, Kaelin explains, make their homes upon the mountain's flanks, cultivating lush gardens and fields. Fed by streams cascading from the heights, they grow everything from bananas to coffee beans, consuming what they need and selling the surplus. This great mountain is also a sanctuary for wildlife. Monkeys chatter in the canopy, ravens wheel overhead, and elusive two-horned chameleons blend into the foliage within the miles of misty rainforest cloaking its slopes. Further down, around the mountain's broad base, life thrives abundantly. Kaelin's own family resides here. He shares, contentedly coexisting with a wondrous array of neighbors. You need not rely solely on his description. As you draw nearer to the sprawling, snow-capped giant, the diversity of its wildlife becomes increasingly apparent. You spot 2 rhinoceroses, an adult placidly browsing a large fruit bush, while its calf gambols gleefully in a nearby mud patch, rolling onto its back and kicking its legs skyward. A dazzle of zebras grazes peacefully, their black and white stripes rendered even more striking by the brilliant sunlight. One lies down, simply basking in the warmth. To your delight, a trio of giraffes ambles across the plains, their patterned hides, a stunning mosaic of yellow and brown blotches, instantly recalling the fabric of Zola's dress. You watch as they approach a massive, emerald-leafed tree, extend their impossibly long necks, and begin delicately nibbling leaves from the highest branches. Kaelin recognizes these graceful creatures. He emits a low rumble, a greeting as you pass them in the field. They pause their meal, turning their heads to acknowledge him, offering a silent welcome to their magnificent homeland. The giraffes, it appears, share the gentle friendliness of the people. Small wonder Kaelin holds this place so dear. One of the giraffes communicates something to Kaelin. They have seen his herd heading towards the local watering hole. Kaelin thanks them with another soft sound, then lifts his trunk high. A resonant trumpeting call echoes across the landscape, announcing his imminent arrival to his family. Seconds later, answering calls rumble back, a familial chorus across the plains. Kaelin is already moving in their direction, anticipation in his stride, eager for you to meet his kin. Soon, the herd comes into view, a flowing line of silvery gray shapes moving with ponderous grace across the land. You count 10 elephants in all, proceeding in single file. As anticipated, the adults are immense. The leader at the front must stand 10 feet tall at the shoulder. Bringing up the rear is an elephant not much larger than Kaelin himself. This, you realize, is Kaelin's mother. She turns as you approach the line, her trunk reaching out to stroke her son's head in a gesture of fond welcome. Her eyes convey pleasure at seeing him and warmth as she acknowledges you. She waits patiently for Kaelin to take his place in the procession, then falls in line behind him. Together, you continue onward as part of the herd. The watering hole is not distant, yet a pleasant weariness begins to settle over you. Your body relaxes against Kaelin's comfortable back, and you find yourself listing slightly, like one of the leaning palm trees on the beach. Kaelin's mother must notice, for you feel the gentle, steady pressure of her trunk against your back, a living support ensuring you remain secure. She maintains this quiet assistance all the way to the water's edge, then carefully helps you dismount from her son's back. You murmur your thanks as she steps away to drink deeply from the pool. Turning to Kaelin, you express the wonder of the day spent exploring Tanzania under his guidance. He has been an exceptional host, the most amiable elephant imaginable. He responds with an affectionate rub of his trunk across your hair, assuring you that you are welcome to return any time. You are, he declares, now part of the herd, embraced as family. He then nudges you gently towards a sprawling wild fig tree nearby. You settle in its cool shade, leaning against the sturdy trunk. Before you, the elephants gather around the large, shimmering puddle. Some drink thirstily, others splash water over their backs, washing away the dust of the plains, while younger ones engage in playful jostling. One elephant seems content simply to wade through the pool, sending concentric ripples spreading across the water surface. You close your eyes, inhaling the clean air, rich with the scents of grass, earth, and damp mud. Aromas that feel unexpectedly comforting. Listening to the peaceful sounds of the watering hole, the lapping water, the soft rumbles of the elephants, the distant bird calls. You smile, thinking of all the new friends, both human and elephantine, you have made. Almost imperceptibly, drowsiness overtakes you. Your extraordinary day concludes much as it began, enveloped by the serene sound of lapping water in the heart of beautiful Tanzania. Envision a venerable watermill, its 18th century bricks glowing a soft russet beside a glassy basin of water. A slender chimney etches a line against the sky. This is Ashbrook, cradle of our pilgrimage. You find yourself on cool, gray flagstones, the mill presiding directly before you. Its slim chimney ascends. The adjacent pool lies utterly still, a mirror to the quietude. Today promises a gentle meandering through this slice of the Midlands, a landscape steeped in the formative years of Elias Thorne. It was this very earth, these waters, these trees, that breathed life into fragments of his cherished children's story, and later, his monumental fantasy saga set within the imagined realm of Etheria. Those narratives unfolding across the breathtaking tapestry of Etheria have struck a chord deep within countless souls. Small wonder his epic remains one of the most treasured book cycles ever conceived. Our walk commences here, at the mill, nestled within the verdant embrace of Hall Green, southeast of Birmingham's heart. From Ashbrook Mill, the path guides you past Thorne's erstwhile childhood dwelling on Willow Green Lane. Then, journeying further south, you shall uncover the bewitching, whispering fen, the very stage of Thorne's youthful escapades. Your exploration culminates in a serene passage through the glorious expanse of Etheria Fields. For now, though, a steady current of traffic flows on the road behind, a low, persistent thrum of engines. Each passing vehicle trails a light caress of wind, cool against your skin. Thoughts drift through your mind, ephemeral as these cars, neither troubling nor demanding, simply moving on. You are clad in light, easy garments, a soft sweater knotted securely at your waist, a small backpack holding only necessities and a flask of water is your sole companion. A sense of lightness pervades, a freedom born from needing nothing more. Ready, you draw nearer the mill, compelled by a desire for a clearer perspective. 4 miles south of Birmingham's core it stands, in what was once the hamlet of Ashbrook, a place whose essence Thorne distilled into the tranquil homelands of his Etherian folk. He spoke of Ashbrook as a kind of lost paradise, an idyllic haunt where hours vanished in exploration. On this luminous, sun-drenched day, the mill radiating picturesque charm, the sentiment resonates deeply. If you're acquainted with Thorne's tales, the mill might stir recognition. Mentions arise of the central figure, Finian Burrows, passing such a structure in his village. Today, Ashbrook Mill serves as a museum, housing a permanent Thorne exhibit. Legend holds that Thorne and his brother, playing amidst these grounds, were once chased off by the miller's son, a figure they dubbed the Flower Ghost for his powdery coating. These encounters later shaped Silas Gristwood, a character in Thorne's world, also a miller's offspring. In weaving the magic of Etheria, Thorne drew threads from the people and places woven into his own life. A pale timber fence encircles Ashbrook Mill and its environs. Just beyond it, a dense tapestry of dark green foliage thrives. Through apertures in the leaves, glimpses of the russet brick edifice emerge, crowned by a pointed, ruddy roof. A tall chimney looms sentinel at the rear. In the brilliant sunshine, the mill and its verdant halo cast a shimmering reflection upon the crystal mill pond, subtly fractured by faint, glistening ripples. This pool is a known sanctuary for wildlife. Herons, mallards, and water hens are frequent callers. Far across the water, a dark avian shape lingers near the edge. You approach the fence, peering intently through the leafy screen. The bird captures your focus first, its beak a startling splash of crimson and gold. Ruffled black plumage, accented with white, cloaks its body, supported by legs and feet of vibrant lime green. A water hen, surely. You observe as it edges towards the pond, easing onto the surface to float with serene grace. It bobs contentedly with each gentle undulation, peaceful and unburdened, emitting a high, sharp chirp of satisfaction. Gliding like a miniature water skier across the pond towards the mill, it reaches a small, grass-topped platform, propelling itself ashore with a brief flutter. There it settles, finding repose beside the aged brickwork. Watching the water hen's calm relaxation, a similar tranquility settles over you. You absorb the delightful tableau, mill, pond, bird, one final time, briefly closing your eyes to imprint the image onto your inner canvas. A deep inhalation draws fresh air into your lungs. A contented sigh releases it. Turning leftward, you set off towards your next waypoint, Thorne's childhood home. You fall into a steady, comfortable rhythm. High above, against the flawless blue, a bird wings its way in the same direction. Could it be the water hen, you muse, a fleeting companion on your journey? The thought conjures a smile. Soon after leaving the mill's presence behind, you arrive at a bustling roundabout. A patient minute or two passes, waiting for a lull in the traffic flow. When the way is clear, you cross, turning right onto Willow Green Lane. Excitement quickens your step, knowing your destination is near. A fellow walker approaches from the opposite direction. Smiles and nods are exchanged in passing. Before long, number 264 Willow Green Lane materializes, known then as Five Willows. Thorne's family relocated here in 1896 when he was merely 4. His first Birmingham home, it now stands as one of the area's oldest residences. You pause, absorbing its details. The mock Tudor house anchors a row of similar dwellings. A charming front garden features a wide stone path, flanked by pleasing squares of green lawn. Dark timber strips lend character to the white-painted upper story, while the ground floor showcases exposed brickwork, framing a protruding white bay window. Its silhouette is slightly irregular, with a pointed roof and a section jutting forward, sheltering the robust green front door. Like its neighbors, a low wooden fence with a gate contains the property. You ponder how many times Thorne must have passed through that very gate behind that green door. In Thorne's time, this area was entirely rural. He declared the years spent here the happiest of his youth. As sunlight bathes the houses, casting long shadows, you try to conjure the scene as it was then. A sympathetic happiness wells within you, imagining those idyllic childhood days. A strip of green runs along the pavement before Thorne's house, centered by a tree whose leaves glint like emeralds in the sun. Taller trees sway gently behind the rooftops. It's easy to grasp Thorne's affection for Willow Green Lane. Even now, amidst the hum of passing cars, an enduring peace prevails. Reaching into your backpack, you retrieve your water flask. A refreshing sip prepares you to continue the adventure. Next lies the enchanting Whispering Fen, To reach it, you cross the road, retracing your path briefly. After a couple of minutes, a road appears on your right. Following the pavement, you navigate more suburban streets before arriving at the fen's entrance. Whispering Fen, once a reservoir for Ashbrook Mill, is now a park and nature reserve, bisected by the lovely Cold Bath Brook. This wetland wilderness served as the muse for the old wood on Etheria's borders in Thorne's epic. He depicted the old wood as ancient, a remnant of forgotten, vaster forests. A description perfectly befitting this woodland. Flanking the entrance, a congregation of centuries-old trees stands guard, diverse in stature, form, and texture. Some rise straight and tall, others twist or lean with age. Bark textures vary from smooth to rough and deeply grooved. You step closer, intrigued by the deep, time-etched markings that betray their great age. A light, warm zephyr rustles the leaves, creating a delicate sibilance. As you enter the fen proper, the air grows richer with a pleasant, earthy fragrance. The park remains largely unchanged from Thorne's era, save for the addition of a pale wooden walkway snaking through the trees in various directions. Stepping onto it, you reflect on what a superb natural playground this must have been for Thorne's youthful explorations. Further along, 2 children in bright Wellingtons paddle in the brook, much as Thorne and his brother might have done. One child sends droplets airborne with a small splash, laughs, and stomps again, water sloshing over her boots. You smile at their evident joy and proceed along the walkway. The rhythmic clip-clop of your shoes on the planks is a satisfying, grounding sound. Focusing on this cadence brings a sense of calm. Soon, another group of children comes into view, clambering amongst the gnarled, leaning trees. A boy, perhaps 8 or 9, triumphantly reaches a sturdy branch and settles upon it, beaming with accomplishment. The fen truly is a natural adventure zone for the young. Again, you comprehend Thorne's deep affection for this place. You follow the meandering path, noting patches still damp and muddy, where sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy. Your footfalls transition from a crisp clip-clop to a soft squelch over these sections. Just ahead and to your left, wooden steps ascend to a decked viewpoint. Eager for a different perspective, you head towards them and begin to climb. With each step, you draw nearer the ancient treetops. The sun's warmth intensifies here, filtering through gaps in the foliage. Looking upward, you see the sun glowing through a patterned veil of high clouds that has drifted across the sky. Standing calmly on the viewing deck, a profound ease settles over you. Below stretches a sea of green, trees, grass, moss. Occasionally, through breaks in the verdure, you glimpse other figures moving through the fen, their sounds muted by distance. It is profoundly peaceful here. Only the whisper of leaves in the breeze and the delicate chirping of unseen birds break the stillness. The fen is simultaneously intriguing and deeply tranquil. A magical place, you murmur inwardly. After a quiet interlude spent admiring the panorama, you take another sip from your water flask, refreshed and ready you descend the steps, returning to the wooden walkway below. Following the path leftwards, you reach a gate nestled amongst trees. Passing through, carefully securing it behind you, you emerge onto a pavement beside another busy road. The sudden return of traffic sounds feels momentarily jarring, yet the gentle background hum quickly becomes soothing again. Once more, you notice thoughts passing like the cars, knowing quietude awaits in Etheria Fields. For now, you turn left, walking along the pavement at a steady pace. The cloud blanket has dispersed, and the sun washes warmly over your skin, a welcome sensation after the trees' cool shade. There's scarcely a breeze now. The temperature is perfect for walking. Time has slipped away unnoticed during this adventure, but there is no hurry today. You relish the freedom of taking as long as needed. At the roundabout, you turn left again, continuing along the pavement, observing your surroundings with heightened awareness. Small birds dart in and out of the bordering bushes in what seems like a choreographed dance. A dog walker passes, their fluffy companion pausing to investigate scents beneath the shrubs. You offer a smile to both before moving on, walking until a familiar landmark reappears. On your left stands Ashbrook Mill, the starting point of this wondrous exploration. This time, however, you walk past it, turning left through the car park. Crossing the tarmac, you spot a pale wooden sign beside an opening. The words are indistinct at first, but as you draw closer, they resolve. Welcome to Etheria Fields. A sense of accomplishment washes over you, having reached the final destination on this journey through Thorne's remarkable world. Named in 2005 to honor Thorne's local ties, the park is a nature reserve, tracing the beautiful valley of the Serene River Cole for some 4 miles. Comprising wetland, grassland, woodland, and heath, it teems with wildlife. Like the mill pond, herons, mallards, and waterhens are common sights. Perhaps, if fortune smiles, you might even glimpse a kingfisher diving for its meal. Entering the park, the sounds shift to children's laughter and the river's gentle murmur. A vast, lush green field unfolds before you, stretching into the distance. A straight, golden path bisects the field, running parallel to the river, whose sun-dappled surface reflects vibrant splashes of pink, purple, and yellow wild flowers. Just as Thorne described the pastoral lands in his books, this park is beautiful, idyllic. It isn't merely the river and path that command attention. Along the field's left edge, a dense wall of trees forms a natural barrier, separating the park from the world beyond. They offer cool shelter while allowing dappled sunlight and warmth to filter through. The area beneath these trees looks deeply inviting, an ideal spot to pause and rest. At this thought, a yawn escapes you. Stretching your arms, you realize the day's walking has left you pleasantly weary. Perhaps it is time for a rest, you decide. Stepping onto the springy turf, you make your way towards the trees, slip off your backpack, and sit. Untying the sweater from your waist, you fold it into a makeshift pillow on the ground. You lie back, resting your head upon the soft fabric, allowing your arms and legs to fall loose and heavy. Your limbs sink into the yielding grass. The earth supports your weight completely. Above, patches of blue sky peek through the leafy canopy. Warm sunlight kisses your skin. There are few clouds now. Your eyes grow heavy, lids drooping with sleepiness. You blink, trying to remain awake, to absorb the blissful atmosphere a moment longer, but soon the effort is too great. Your eyelids gently close. You tune into the symphony of sounds around you. The faint, distant laughter of children, the river's soft rush, the rustle of leaves stirred by the breeze, the sweet counterpoint of bird song. These sounds lull you deeper into relaxation, your mind beginning to drift and dream. You draw a slow, deep breath, exhaling with a sigh of pure satisfaction. You reflect on the extraordinary pilgrimage undertaken today, the stunning reflection of the mill in its pond, the bright-beaked waterhen at the water's edge, Thorn's childhood home, and the daydreams it inspired, the profound peace felt on the viewpoint overlooking Whispering Fen. Which part was best? You ponder vaguely, exploring the mystical fen, or perhaps this very moment, resting here in Etheria Fields? Whatever the answer, all thoughts are gradually receding, softened by the tranquil essence of Thorn's world. And you know, with quiet certainty, that you can return to this feeling, this place, whenever calm is needed. Lying utterly still upon the grass, breathing slow and quiet, you are enveloped in perfect peace. Gradually, gently, you drift into a deep and restful sleep,